that cool? Okay, thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's try that again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SanAngelo Field at Foster Communications Coliseum for tonight's game featuring the visiting New Mexico Stars and your SanAngelo Bandits. The SanAngelo Bandits would like to thank Budweiser, the official football sponsor, for providing the footballs for tonight's game. If you catch a ball during warm-ups, throw it back onto the field during the game. Any ball that ends into the stands is yours to keep. If a player comes into the crowd, you got to throw him back. Sorry. Also, for your personal safety, please be aware of the football blowing into the stands during warm-ups and gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the SanAngelo Bandits Drum Corps, sometimes known as the Extreme. What's fun is they actually play those instruments.
Crowd mic sounding good. Level check. 1, 2, 3.
Let's make the officials for tonight's game. Our referee, Amber Reed, umpire, Jeff Moss, and linesman, Jay Malley. Line judge, Joe Clark. Back judge, Tim Griffin. Side judge, Jerry Gordon. And the chain game, sponsored by Best X Chemicals. The manager would like to remind you to keep your eye on what's happening on the field. Football's being players come into the stands. If there was someone around you who's injured, please notify the nearest maintenance representative. Let's meet our roving reporters for tonight's game. Please welcome Big Al and Dandy Dan Ramirez. Good evening, SanAngelo. Are you guys ready for some bandit football?
I don't know you, that sounds pretty weak. How are y'all feeling out there, SanAngelo?
All right, let's please welcome your favorite mascot. Here's Devil Out Buck and Buck's sidekick, Gunsmoke the Raccoon. Buck and Gunsmoke Brothers sponsored by Field Extreme Sporting Goods. And now, please welcome to the field the visiting New Mexico Stars. And let's meet the Waldays. Welcome to the field, Amber Farmer and her lovely Bandit Babes. Here they go. That's lovely Hernandez there. There's Esther Ramos. There's Esther. Here's Michelle Kendrick. Stephanie Barnes.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome in now, starting the audio to go with our video of this LSFL contest here on the America One Sports Network at AmericaOneSports.com. My name, fans, is Matt McGraw, and I'll be providing the audio for this live video internet. There go the lights, because it's time for the home team to charge out on the field, get their introductions. We are in SanAngelo tonight at the Foster Communications Coliseum. Kind of in the north part of SanAngelo, and it's an LSFL game. The Lone Star Football League, SanAngelo Bandits hosting the New Mexico Stars on this Saturday evening. New Mexico coming in 1-2 in their 3 games so far played in the schedule, and the SanAngelo Bandits 2-1 2-1. None of the 5 teams in the Lone Star Football League are undefeated. There's actually a tie for first between 3 teams. 3 of the 5 teams sitting at 2-1. That's the Amarillo Venom, the Rio Grande Valley Soul, and the SanAngelo Bandits, all at 2-1. As we said, then the New Mexico Stars in 4th place in the standings at 1-2, and then the West Texas Wildcatters, West Texas in 5th at 0-2. It's just a 5-team league this season in the 2014 season. But West Texas, they're looking to get things going. They're playing their game tonight. There is other action going on in the Lone Star Football League, of course, with 5 teams. 1 team going to be idle. 1 team going to be on bye every week of the regular season. That's the Amarillo Venom this week. So the action going on, you've got this game, the New Mexico Stars at the SanAngelo Bandits. And you've got the Rio Grande Valley team, the soul of Rio Grande Valley, on the road at West Texas. That is the home opener. West Texas started with 2 games on the road. They lost them both, but they're at home for the first time this season, hosting the Rio Grande Valley Soul. Again, that game scheduled to be simultaneous with us, a 7:05 kick, 7:05 Central Time on the kickoff. That's for that game, Rio Grande Valley at West Texas, and for our game here, New Mexico Stars at the SanAngelo Bandits. So the Bandits lead the Stars by just 1 game in the standings, so you can expect these 2 teams to really be playing with a sense of urgency, a level of desperation, because we're kind of settling in now to the Lone Star Football League season. It's a 12-game season, so you kind of wrap up the first quarter of the season, at least the Bandits about to play game 4 of 12. Of course, New Mexico, they know they get a win today, they'll be even. Both teams would be 2-2 in Lone Star Football League play, but if the Bandits get the victory, they, of course, would create a little separation, at least with the New Mexico Stars. Bandits would then be 2 games up in the standings. So a pretty critical swing game in this one. Again, we're live here in SanAngelo. The Bandits, as we said, 2-1, and they've played well here at home at the Foster Communications Coliseum, but that's kind of par for the course in this league. It's very, very tough in the Lone Star Football League to win on the road. The Bandits 2-0 at home. The 1 game they have lost, that came down in Hidalgo, Texas, on the road at Rio Grande Valley. So the Bandits hope certainly to defend home field this evening. They're all very important. You can play 6 at home, 6 on the road. Kind of think you want to go 6-0 on your home field and then try to split, go 500 on the road. So far, so good. If you're a Bandit fan, they are 2-0 here at home. But, of course, we know there's probably fans of the Stars, the New Mexico Stars, watching this game on the America One Sports Network. So we won't try to present too much of a home broadcast. We'll try to just call this one as it happens, as we see it here. I hope you'll enjoy it. The live video on America One Sports and Matt McGraw to provide the audio. It's time for the national anthem, and we will give you the national anthem live here. We'll see if you can listen in on our crowd mic as we are moments away from the kick here tonight. The New Mexico Stars at the SanAngelo Bandits. We're getting ready again for not just the national anthem, but the kickoff. The Bandits, as you can see on your screen, they're wearing the home greens. Here we go. Let's listen in for the national anthem.
We ask you please rise now for the presentation of the colors. Please welcome the Central High School ROTC. And now to honor America, our national anthem, performed this evening by Joanna Alexander.
And the national anthem here in San Angelo, honoring America and those that support our freedom at home and abroad. And a prayer.
Father God, we just want to thank you, first of all, for sending Jesus to us. We didn't deserve it. We ask you, God, to continue to provide a rain for our land in this place. God, I thank you for these men and the men that come from New Mexico. We pray that you would allow them all to be safe tonight, protect their bodies, minds, and souls. Those that have come, protect them as they drive home. All the fans, God, pray tonight being night for your honor and glory. We love you. We give you the glory, the praise, and the honor for all things that are good. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
And so some of the pregame festivities taking place here, getting you ready for some indoor football action. The LSFL, the Lone Star Football League. Welcome in, everyone, across the nation, of course. Watching on the America One Sports Network, my name, Matt McGraw, and I'm here to provide you the audio, the play-by-play to go along with what you see. We know that you're able to watch some of this, but we also know there is no graphic as far as keeping time, track of the time or the score, so that's kind of one of the things I'm mainly going to be constantly updating you on, the clock situation and the score here as you watch this game live at AmericaOneSports.com. As you can see, the Bandits, they're at home. They're wearing those green uniforms, home green uniforms, black football pants, and white lettering and numbering on a green jersey. The New Mexico Stars are all in white tonight, and then they've got the black numbering on that white jersey. So the road whites for New Mexico, the home greens for San Angelo. Some of the captains coming out, getting ready for the coin toss here. Of course, San Angelo Bandit fans, they're of course hoping that they can stay undefeated here at home. The Bandits 2-1 on the season. Both of those wins coming here in San Angelo at the Foster Communications Coliseum. The one loss for the Bandits was on the road. The Bandits coming off of a win last Saturday. They took down the Amarillo Venom here in San Angelo. A pretty impressive performance by the Bandits against the Venom in that one. New Mexico coming off of a loss. Again, that one was on the road, though. New Mexico Stars last week took down the Big Trip for them, all the way down to Hidalgo, Texas, on the road at Rio Grande Valley. New Mexico fell in that game, so New Mexico trying to snap a small one-game losing streak, and the Bandits, well, they hope that they can stretch this winning streak they're on. It's currently just at a game. Maybe they can get on a roll and win a couple of games in a row. Of course, they definitely want to defend the home field tonight. There was a quarterback change for the Bandits, at least from the first two games into Game 3 that they played last week. Byron Ingram. Ingram had started at QB for the Bandits the first two games last week. They turned it over to number 6, Luke Collis. Luke Collis leading the Bandits to that victory over the Amarillo Venom. It's already a much better season this early for the Bandits and their fans. The Bandits had a rough go of it last season, the 2013 season, when the Bandits went 1-11 in their 12 games last season, and so they've already eclipsed their win total from 2013. The Bandits 2-1, a fresh start, a new coach, several fresh faces here for the Bandits. Let's see about the coin toss here. The referee about to do some announcing. Let's see if we can give you that live. He said the Bandits won the toss. They elect to receive here. And so we're getting ready now to get this game underway on a Saturday night out here in West Texas, SanAngelo, Texas. Crowd is starting to become even bigger here. It's kind of a late arriving crowd. They're starting to filter in here. Of course, they know they've watched nothing but wins from their Bandits in 2 home games. The Bandits' schedule is kind of stacked up here with some early home games that they need to take advantage of because they wrap up with 3 straight games on the road. And so hope you'll settle in wherever you are for this game. Again, should be some high-flying, high-scoring entertainment. Certainly that's what you can come to expect from the LSFL. The Lone Star Football League, some indoor football. 8-on-8 is how we play. 3 offensive linemen, a fullback, a quarterback, that's 5, and 3 receivers, 8 for the offense, 3 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, that's 5, and 3 defensive backs or cornerbacks for the defense. That's the 8 you get for the defense. Here we go with the opening kickoff tonight. Going to be attempted for the New Mexico Stars by number 11, Marcus Smith. Here we go, fans, on the America One Sports Network. We're underway. The kick at the bottom of your screen. Kind of a squib kick. It did bounce in play. That's legal. And then up and over. So the Bandits going to start their opening drive here of the game. Looks like from their own 16. 1st and 10 for the Bandits from their own 16. And yes, there is number 6 coming out into the huddle to lead the Bandits at QB. That is Luke Collis. Collis, a 6'2", 230-pound quarterback. Receiver on each side of him, now one in motion at the top of your screen, Edwards. And then a pass down low to Cash. That's Lamons Cashmere, and it's caught. And that's a quick gain right there. A first down for the Bandits. And they're into New Mexico territory at the Stars' 20-yard line. They're hurrying up quickly. And the next pass to Edwards down the middle, the seam. He's down to the 3-yard line. 2 plays from the Bandits, a couple of completions from quarterback Luke Collis. And Collis hooks up with LaJuan Edwards there. It's 1st and goal, Bandits from the 3. And the Bandits head coach Joe Brannon looks like he's sending in the jumbo package. Again, you can only have 3 offensive linemen, but you can kind of have some big guys just set up outside each tackle. Looks like they're going to direct snap to Benson. Austin Benson catches it, powers in, breaking a tackle. Touchdown, Bandits. A 3-yard touchdown run by number 5, Austin Benson. And the Bandits draw first blood here at the 13:41 mark. Just a minute, 19 seconds into the game. It's 6-0 Bandits. And now they're going to attempt the extra point with Art Arteaga. Number 99, Arteaga. The snap, good. The kick looks good. We'll wait for the signal. And it is good. The extra point by Arteaga is good, and the Bandits a 3-play drive that ends with a 3-yard touchdown run by number 5. That's Austin Benson out of that jumbo package. As we said, the kick is good, and it's 7-0. The Bandits 7, New Mexico Stars nothing. 13:26 on the clock. It currently is stopped right now. The clock, though, in indoor football in the Lone Star Football League does kind of employ the continuous clock, where it even runs after incompletions, after getting out of bounds. Only in the last minute of each half, the last minute of the second and fourth quarter, do kind of the normal clock rules apply. It does stop after scores here. So it's going to be a kickoff by the Bandits. The Bandits here in the green, the home green, as they play in SanAngelo. And Arteaga, a squib kick, kind of an onside variety, fielded by Smith, and he is shoved up against the sideline. So that was a gamble by the Bandits with the short kick, and the Stars recover, and they're going to have prime field position here. 1st and 10 already in Bandit territory from the SanAngelo 16-yard line. So 16 yards away from the end zone are the New Mexico Stars. Their quarterback looks to be number 12, Andrew McGlory, and there's one in motion at the bottom of the screen, McGee. They throw down at the bottom of the screen, and it's incomplete to number 11, Marcus Smith. Shoved out of bounds immediately by the Bandits, Demetrius Quarles. Number 10, Quarles on the tackle, goes for, let's call it a gain of 4 yards on the pass to the Bandit 12-yard line, 2nd and 6. The Stars with a receiver either side, and there's one in motion, top of the screen, McGee. Back to pass McGlory, looking for McGee, and that one sails out of the back of the end zone, too tall, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, not 3rd and goal, it's 3rd and 6 from the Bandit 12-yard line. The Stars break the huddle. The tight end going to be at the bottom. Receiver again on either side. Looks like Jerome McGee's going to get a full head of steam in motion at the top of the screen. McGlory back to pass, looking for McGee, and that's batted down. Batted down by Austin Benson, the Bandit linebacker. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A pass defended there. See what the New Mexico Stars choose to do. They've got the option here. Looks like they're going to go for it and not kick the field goal. Field goals in indoor football rarely do you much good, especially early in the first quarter. 11:30 on the first quarter clock. McGlory under center. There's Jerome McGee. Full head of steam, top of the screen. McGlory back to pass. Looking high side for Smith, and it's complete to Marcus Smith, but a flag flew in. We'll have to wait on the flag. The Stars clapping here. I think illegal defense, the call on the SanAngelo Bandits. The penalty is declined, and the Stars convert. They convert on 4th and 6, and sets up a 1st and goal from the SanAngelo Bandit 3-yard line. Clock is running 11 minutes in the first quarter. 7-0 Bandits. McGlory under center, 2 at the bottom, 2 receivers, and they're going to hand off inside. That's going for a gain of maybe a yard, but stuffed. That was stuffed. Looked like number 11, Desmond Rayford. Also number 7, Jeremiah Turner helping out to stuff that one We will call it a gain of 1, a 1-yard run to the 2-yard line. That was to number 4, Landrick Brody. Brody on the carry. This time trips at the bottom of your screen. McGlory back to pass, looking for a cutting receiver, but it's in and out of his hands, incomplete to Dexter Manley. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down again, so the Bandits D is making the Stars run a lot of plays here, especially considering they started this drive at the Bandits 16-yard line. This is the 7th play of the drive. So far it's gone 15 yards in 7 plays. 2 receivers high side, 1 here near side, and now looks like McGee coming down here to the near side in motion. There's another inside handoff to Brody, and Brody is stacked up at the 1, and are they saying the ball is out? The ball is out. It's a fumble. Brody coughs it up, and the Bandits' Jeremiah Turner recovering the fumble. And the PA announcer even getting the fans involved, saying that is a sudden change of possession. On a 3rd and goal from the Bandit 2, they try an inside handoff, the Stars do, to Landrick Brody. And the fumble happened. Not sure who forced it, but number 7, Jeremiah Turner, on the recovery. It did look like Austin Benson, number 5 for the Bandits, had his helmet in. Maybe that was what happened. The helmet making contact with the football. After the turnover on New Mexico, we do have a media timeout. So we do have some entertainment. This is always a good thing at all across these 5 sites in the Lone Star Football League. That's what indoor football is all about. It's family friendly. Looks like a couple of dads going to try to pull some of their sons here across the field in a race. And we lose a kid. We lose a kid at the 25. Looks like the dad at the bottom has it in control. That kid hanging on for dear life at the bottom of the screen. One kid already slipped off of his little disc. And the dad at the bottom gonna be victorious here. We're in the first quarter, fans. It's 9:38 on the first quarter clock. SanAngelo Bandits 7, New Mexico Stars nothing. Each team has possessed the ball once. New Mexico, they ended up coughing the ball up, a forced fumble that the Bandits recovered. Of course, the Bandits are way back in their own territory now. They're at their own 2-yard line, so the Bandits going to be 48 yards away here. They break the huddle with a receiver on each side. You've got LaJuan Edwards, number 1. Looks like he's going to be the man in motion. 1st and 10 from the 2, Collis. Luke Collis under center, and there's Edwards in motion. Collis back to pass, looking deep for Edwards. Across the middle, it's complete on a nice post route run by number 1, LaJuan Edwards. That's a SanAngelo Bandit 1st down. A gain on that play of 30 yards. A 30-yard pass right there between Collis and LaJuan Edwards. Now it's 2 receivers near side, and now trips with the man in motion. Collis back to pass. Down here to Edwards, and he's brought down immediately by, looks like number 30, Marcus Allen on the tackle. Going to be just a small gain, a gain of 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7 for the Bandits from the New Mexico 15-yard line. 8.5 minutes the clock runs in the opening quarter. SanAngelo Bandits 7, New Mexico Stars nothing. Trips near side, but a flag flies in. Some yellow laundry on the field. We'll wait for the call. That's illegal defense on the New Mexico Stars. And indoor football, that can mean various things. There's certain rules that the linebackers mainly have to abide by, and one of those is there is no blitzing as far as what you're used to seeing maybe at the snap. On defense, everyone has to kind of be set. Even on defense, you cannot be making a blitzing motion. That's called illegal defense, 5-yard penalty. Now the Bandits are going to have trips again at the far side, and they're going to have a handoff, and it's fumbled, and Collis going to recover the fumble for the Bandits. They tried a toss left to Alex Joyner, number 53, the big fullback, but that one was bobbled. Luckily for the Bandits, they recovered their own fumble. They lose some yardage. They're going to be 3rd and let's call it 7 from the 15 of New Mexico. So they have to get the line to gain at the 8. They've got trip receivers at the far side of the screen. That is Ingram in motion, and it's Collis back to pass, going middle, and he hooks up with Thomas, and Thomas breaks a tackle down inside the 5. First down, Bandits. It's going to be 1st and goal from the New Mexico 3. So on 3rd and 7, the Bandits hook up for a gain of 12 yards, a 12-yard pass there from Collis to Johnny Thomas. Number 13, Thomas on the carry. Now the Bandits go again with that jumbo package. That's Austin Benson, kind of in that wildcat, and he grabs the snap, going to power his way to the end zone. It's close, and now the ball maybe comes out. We're going to have to wait for the call. Again, the ball just has to break the plane. The official never made a signal. They still have not made a signal, even on touchdown or a lost fumble. Looked like New Mexico came out with it. We'll wait for the call. The official's going to get together here. Benson got close to the goal line and then dove, trying to extend the football to break the plane. The officials did not make a signal for a touchdown. They're getting together here, and they're actually going to not call a touchdown, not call a lost fumble. They're going to say he was down by contact, a 2-yard run from the 3 down to the 1. So they get together and rule that if the ball came out, it must have come out off after Austin Benson's knee was down. So let's call it 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. SanAngelo leads New Mexico 7-0 here in the first quarter. That's Collis this time under center and trips far side, and they do an inside handoff, but that's stuffed. Oh no, it's second effort. Second effort by Alex Joyner, and he is in. A 1-yard touchdown run by number 53, Alex Joyner. And the Bandits now lead the New Mexico Stars 13-0. And that's Art Arteaga out to attempt the extra point. And the snap, good. The kick is up. And this one is wide right. Wide right. The kick is no good. And there comes the clock. You can see it there in your screen. 6:11. 6:11 on the first quarter clock. The Bandits 13, the New Mexico Stars nothing. So the Bandits get 6 points off turnovers there. They convert the New Mexico Star fumble into a touchdown. The extra point no good. So the Bandits lead 13-0. They're playing here at home. Let me tell you, fans, it's just tough to win on the road in this league, the Lone Star Football League. So we've seen a couple of touchdown runs. The Bandit quarterback, number 6, Luke Collis. Collis has not had a passing touchdown yet. But the Bandits will take a 13-0 first quarter lead. 6:11 on the first quarter clock as we get ready for another Bandit kickoff. As you can see in your screen, this kick is going to travel left to right. Here it comes. This time it's high in the air. It's going to be returned here by Robinson. Robinson at the 5, the 10, the 20, after past the 25, down inside the 15, and the ball comes out again. The ball is out again. The officials getting to the bottom of the pile here. Robinson lost the football. Number 20 at the bottom of the pile, Greg Yeldell, and the officials say yes, it is a fumble. And the Bandits force their second turnover here in the first quarter. That time, Darrell Robinson, number 7 Robinson, with a nice kickoff. He found an open seam on the kickoff return, made it all the way down inside the 15, and then the ball came loose on a hit. Again, not sure who forced it, but number 20 for SanAngelo came out of the pile with the football. That's the linebacker, Greg Yeldell. They call him GY on the team. Yeldell, the recovery. And that's the second turnover by the Stars. Here the Bandits have it 1st and 10 from their own 8. They're back to pass. They're under pressure. Flags fly. The pass is incomplete. And we'll have to check the penalty here, as the Stars were able to get into the backfield that time. But they were able to do so because of illegal defense. Number 44, Roosevelt Falls. Again, it's all with that linebacker. You can blitz, but only after the snap. You can send a 4th rusher at the quarterback, but there's certain rules, mainly with the linebackers, that govern illegal defense. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Bandits. They now have it 1st and 10 from their own 13. 5.5 minutes on the first quarter clock. 2 receivers, twins, far side. Now one in motion at the bottom of the screen. It's Cash. Lamont Cashmere. Now the quarterback is sacked. The ball comes out. It's recovered by the Bandits' Eric Davis, but that is going to be a safety by the New Mexico Stars. Looks like the number 90, Aaron Davis, came in and sacked the Bandits quarterback, Luke Collis, forcing the fumble. And the Bandits, number 90, Eric Davis, the offensive lineman, recovered it, but it was forced back in the end zone. That is going to be scored a safety. 2 points for New Mexico, and it makes it 13-2 now. The Bandits with an 11-point lead, but they are going to have to kick off to the New Mexico Stars. So a safety on that play by the Stars. Again, it's now SanAngelo Bandits 13, New Mexico Stars 2. A 13-2 game, 5:23 on the first quarter clock. And the Bandits going to have to kick off here after the safety, and they send out Arteaga. The PA announcer here getting the home fans involved. Some good action, good entertainment. The Lone Star Football League indoor football. The kick is a deep one. It's going to be returned by Robinson from the goal line. He stumbles a bit, gets up now at the 15. Just past the 15, he's tackled by Rayford. Desmond Rayford, such a great player for the Bandits, a physical specimen. The linebacker, Rayford, slammed the returner to the turf. So it's going to go as a kickoff return of 17 yards by Darrell Robinson, and the New Mexico Stars trailing by 11 points. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 17. So they start this drive 32 yards from their end zone. They've got Andrew McGlory under center, twins near side and one in motion high side. McGlory looking here near side, hooks up with number 2, McGee. The catch is made by McGee for a gain of 9. 9 yards. The football is into Bandit territory at the Bandit 24-yard line. Second, and we'll call it 2nd and 2 for the Stars. They break the huddle here. A receiver each side this time for the Stars. McGlory again under center. This is McGee in motion. An inside handoff to Brody. And the tackle, but it looks like going to have enough for a first down are the Stars. The tackle by Desmond Rayford. And it is going to be enough for a first down for the Stars. 1st and 10 now from the Bandit 22. So the Stars 22 yards away. It's a 13-2 game. The Bandits lead 13-2. McGlory under center. There's one in motion at the far side. It's McGee. McGlory back to pass. Passing near side. Hooks up with Manley. Dexter Manley. And he has a nice gain on that reception. An 11-yard catch and another first down for the Stars. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's a 13-2 game. The Bandits with a couple of touchdown runs, one of them off a turnover. The Bandits have 6 points off of 2 New Mexico turnovers. Here comes 1st and 10. McGlory looking high side, now down the middle of the field. Flag flies in, and we might have defensive pass interference. Wait for the call here. Thought number 4, Devin Johnson of the Bandits, might have made contact early. That is the call, pass interference on the defense. It occurred in the end zone, they say, so it's going to be placed at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal from the 2. The Bandits trying to dig in here on a goal line stand. They produced one earlier. Now the quarterback, McGlory, going to try to keep it. The ball is out again, but they're going to say after McGlory was down. So that's going to go as a no gainer on that play. It was a quarterback keeper. And guess who for the Bandits involved in the tackle? It was Rayford. Desmond Rayford, number 11, bringing down the QB for no gain. 2nd and goal from the 2. This game, this live video feed being broadcast on the America One Sports Network. McGlory, a receiver either side, and McGee in motion high side. McGlory scrambling near far side, throwing and cannot connect with McGee. Pass incomplete, and it's 3rd and goal from the Bandit 2-yard line. The Bandits, they were able to successfully keep New Mexico out under similar circumstances earlier in this first quarter. The clock is at 1:45 and counting, ticking down here in the first quarter. 3rd and goal. Here is Tripp's far side. McGlory bobbles the snap. He recovers his own fumble, and he's going to be swarmed by a whole posse of Bandits. And it's going to go all the way back to the 6-yard line on a bobbled snap. So a fumbled center quarterback exchange. 4th and goal now from the 6. And the New Mexico Stars trailing by 11. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal from the 6. So another critical point of this game. We're still early, but we're running down here in the first quarter. 4th and goal. Receivers either side. Looks like McGee going to get a full head of steam far side. McGlory back to pass. Looking for McGee in the middle. Now goes down to the bottom of the screen. And the pass is batted away, and it's a turnover on downs by the Stars. The Bandits, number 2, defending that pass. DeMarcus James, number 2 James, with the coverage, and the Bandits come up with another goal line stand. As you see there in the screen, it's still a 13-2 game. 42 seconds on the first quarter clock. SanAngelo Bandits 13, the New Mexico Stars 2.
All right, Cheyenne. I want you to see if you can.
Now the fans gonna get involved again in some between timeouts kind of contest, and that one was close. They were trying to throw a football through a small opening. Let me recap the first quarter scoring for you. The Bandits, they won the toss. They elected to receive, and it took them just 3 plays to find the end zone. They found it on a 3-yard touchdown run by number 5, Austin Benson. The extra point, the PAT, was good. It made it 7-0 Bandits. Then New Mexico had a drive that ended when they lost a fumble. They fumbled the ball away at the 2 of the Bandits. The Bandits then went on another drive after that turnover and capped it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. The PAT no good. It made it 13-0. Then a safety. That's where we are. Here's back to action. A pass up the seam, up the middle. Complete from Luke Collis to LaJuan Edwards. And that's going to be a gain of 6 as Collis hooks up there with number 1, LaJuan Edwards. Second and 4. Second and 4 on this play. It's at the Bandit 12-yard line. They're going to have this time in motion. That's Edwards. He's under pressure. Is Collis. It's a screen pass. They hook up with Davis. Davis down the sideline. Inside the 15, down to the 10. The tight end screen executed by the Bandits as the first quarter expires. Great play called there by Bandit head coach Joe Brennan. A tight end screen. And there it is. You see triple zeros are now 15. We have reached the end of the first quarter. Our score, SanAngelo Bandits 13, New Mexico Stars 2. 13-2 at the end of the first quarter. So we're getting ready to start the second quarter of play. Again, this game being broadcast video with audio at the website AmericaOneSports.com. The America One Sports Network. Other action going on in the Lone Star Football League simultaneous with ours. There's a game being played in Odessa, Texas. Rio Grande Valley, the soul of Rio Grande Valley, are on the road. They're at the West Texas Wildcatters. The standings in the LSFL, you have 3 teams tied for first place in the standings. That is the Bandits at 2-1, the Amarillo Venom also at 2-1, and the Soul, Rio Grande Valley. So Amarillo, SanAngelo, and Rio Grande Valley all at 2-1. The New Mexico Stars, they're in 4th, they're in 1-2, and then the Wildcatters, they have not played a third game yet. They had an early bye, but they are 0-2, are the West Texas Wildcatters. So the team's going to switch sides of the field. The Bandits now going in the other way, the opposite direction. That, as you can see on your screen, is right to left. So first and goal from the 10 as we start the second quarter here. The Bandits up 11. They're going to have, that's LaJuan Edwards circling high side in motion, trips in motion. There's a quick shovel pass to the high side, but a flag. We do have a penalty here.
There's another Spencer Fleming penalty flag.
And we'll see what the call is.
Number 53 on the offense.
They're going to call it an illegal formation, and they're going to say the guilty party was number 53, Alex Joyner of the Bandits. So it's a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to back them up from the 10 to the 15. So the Bandits going to have it first and goal from the Stars' 15-yard line. They're 15 yards away here. But we're just underway, 14 and a half minutes, 14:30 on the second quarter clock, just underway in the second quarter. Here is Edwards, full head of steam, far side. They're looking for him. The pass just out of his reach. Collis trying to hook up with Lawan Edwards. Now he might be a little bit slow to get up. He does get up now, does the Bandits' number 1, Edwards. That pass was incomplete, fans. Going to bring up second and goal from the Bandit, or excuse me, from the Stars' 15-yard line. Bandit football. We have an unusual score right now when you see that there's 2. It is 13-2. The Stars, they sacked the QB and he kind of fumbled it into the end zone, but the Bandits' offensive lineman recovered for a safety for New Mexico. Collis under center, and it's tripped receivers far side. Now in the middle, it's complete to Thomas. Thomas breaking one tackle, and he is down to the, looks like going to be spotted at the 7. The 7 of New Mexico, so that's a gain of 8. An 8-yard pass completion, and it's going to bring up third and goal. A third and goal here for the Bandits. They lead by 11 points. It's 13-2. We're in the second quarter, 13 minutes on the second quarter clock. The Bandits break the huddle with twin receivers near side, and now one in motion. That's Ingram. Collis back to pass. Looking, now rolling out, biding time, now throwing to an open Ingram for a touchdown. Number 18, Brian Ingram. The touchdown is good. A 7-yard touchdown reception. 7-yard touchdown pass by Luke Collis to Brian Ingram. 19-2 is our score. The Bandits up by 17. Looks like they're going for 2 here. They break the huddle, trying for 2.
Let's go for 2.
And that's Benson. This time not the normal QB. It's kind of the jumbo formation. Now they snap it to Joyner, looks like, and there's all kinds of problems. That I think there was a fumble and a penalty flying in as well. A flag on this 2-point conversion try. And the call from the official.
Illegal defense.
That's illegal defense.
Yeah.
And they declined the penalty, and they said that the runner broke the plane. The 2-point conversion is good. And so the score there is 21-2. You see it there now. 12:25 on the second quarter clock. SanAngelo 21, the New Mexico Stars 2. So that was the first touchdown pass by either team. It comes here in the second quarter. A 7-yard touchdown pass from Luke Collis to number 18, Brian Ingram. The 2-point try was run in successfully. And so we have a 19-point game here as you watch some indoor football action. The SanAngelo Bandits playing here at home in San Angelo at the Foster Communications Coliseum. They got a 19-point second quarter lead. Here comes Arteaga to kick, and he kicks it high and deep, and it's Robinson on the return at the 5, the 10, high side 15-20. Breaking a tackle to midfield where he's met by Greg Yeldell. Number 20, Yeldell, bringing him down. And I think they're going to spot that right at midfield. The midfield stripe in indoor football, of course, is the 25. The 25-yard line. We play on a 50-yard field. So New Mexico will have the football here. They're going to have a first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. They trail by 19 points, 21-2. The Bandits lead. There's twin receivers here near side. And then a whistle blowing. I think there's an official's timeout here. And we're getting ready now to get back to action. The first play of this drive by the Stars. McGlory back to pass. He's looking deep to Smith. Smith catching, and it's a touchdown in one play by the New Mexico Stars. A 25-yard touchdown reception. The touchdown pass from McGlory. Andrew McGlory hooking up with number 11, Marcus Smith, on a deep ball. It's 21-8 now. And it looks like the Stars are going to go for two. They trail by 13 right now. They're going to try to make it an 11-point game. 21-8 after that touchdown. First touchdown tonight for the New Mexico Stars. They have two receivers near side. They're going to have Jerome McGee, number 2. Now a flag flies in, and I think we have delay of game. Wait for the call. And that is the call, delay of game. The play clock hit 0 on the New Mexico Stars. They're going to have to back up 5 yards, but it looks like they're still going to try for 2 here.
That's correct, so congratulations to Stephanie and John. You just won a Max Saddle barbecue dinner for 2.
21-8 is our score. 11:20 is on the clock. It runs now. It's down to 11:15 on the second quarter clock. A receiver either side. Here's Jerome McGee in motion near side. The pass incomplete. Again, another flag. We'll have to wait for this call here. Maybe the Bandits guilty of illegal defense this time. That is the call. Illegal defense against number 20, Greg Yeldell. And so it's going to be back to where you normally try your conversions, your point afters or your 2 points, and that's from the 3. So again, this is a conversion, fans. It's 21-8. The Stars have already scored a touchdown here. They trailed 21-2 earlier. Here comes the 2-point try. A receiver in motion far side. And now a pass near side to Smith. Smith trying to break a tackle, cannot. He's brought down by number 92 of the Bandits, Tim McGee. And so the 2-point try is no good. And there is our score with 10:47 on the second quarter clock. The score, SanAngelo Bandits 21, the New Mexico Stars 8. 21-8. So each team has scored a touchdown here in the second quarter. And the quarterbacks have finally shown up to each record touchdown passes. In the second quarter, Luke Collis has a 7-yard touchdown pass to Brian Ingram. And New Mexico's Andrew McGlory, a 25-yard, a pretty play, touchdown pass to Marcus Smith. So the Stars now going to kick off here in the second quarter, 10:47 on our second quarter clock. It is going to be number 11, Marcus Smith, who just caught the touchdown, to handle the kicking duties here. And the kick. It's a squib, kind of A bouncing ball down the middle. Returned here by Quarles. Quarles at the 15. Now breaks a tackle. A great spin move to get 6 more yards up to the 21-yard line of the Bandits. Looked like Demetrius Quarles was bottled up. Somehow shed 2 tacklers on that kickoff return. A pretty play. Nice return by Quarles. And the Bandits going to have the football again. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. So that means the Bandits are 29 yards away from the end zone. It's 21-8. The Bandits lead. That's a 13-point lead. They have trip receivers far side. There's going to just shovel it out to Lamons Cashmere. That might even be ruled a run, as that was a lateral, perhaps. Either way, it's going to be a gain by number 3 of the Bandits. They call him Cash. His name is Cashmere, Lamons Cashmere. A 6-yard gain. The football into Stars territory. Now the Bandits working quickly. Collis back to pass, looking for Edwards. It's complete. Complete down the middle of the field to Lawan Edwards. And it's good for a Bandit first down, 1st and goal on a big gain. That was a 20-yard gain, a 20-yard completion. Now the Bandits again running quickly. Receiver either side, they hand it off to Joyner, and he is bottled up. He's stacked up on the carry. In there on the tackle, number 44, Roosevelt Falls. Falls did a good job stuffing that run. 2nd and goal from the 3. The clock runs at 9 minutes in the 2nd quarter. Less than 9 minutes on the clock. The Bandits lead by 13, looking to get some more here. It's 21-8. The Bandits kind of in one of those jumbo formations. They're going to do an inside handoff, and it's bobbled. Collis now picks it up, fires it to Joyner, who was an eligible receiver. Number 53, Alex Joyner, who was the tight end on that play. Except now the officials getting together to see if that was an eligible receiver. The Bandits got a fortunate bounce there. Now a flag flies. Perhaps Joyner was not eligible. It was a busted play. They were trying for an inside handoff, was SanAngelo to Jeremiah Turner. The handoff was bobbled and a fumble occurred. The ball bounced right back up into Bandit quarterback Collis' hands. Here's the call.
No foul on the play. Play on the ball. Pull back and find out.
No foul on the play. And there you go. The ref left out the most important part, a touchdown. So Joyner was eligible as a tight end. A busted play leads to a 3-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the extra point. Snap good. Kick up and good. The extra point is added, and our score now with 8:35 to play in the 2nd quarter. You can see it there. The SanAngelo Bandits now lead by 20. It's 28-8. The Bandits lead. So that was just, sometimes the ball bounces your way. That was one where you say, I'd rather be lucky than good. As the Bandits bobbled the handoff, the ball bounced right back up into their quarterback's hands. He saw a tight end of all people, an eligible receiver, standing in the end zone, and he hooks up with Alex Joyner. Joyner scoring his 2nd touchdown tonight. He has a touchdown run, a 1-yard run. Now he has a 3-yard touchdown catch. The kick is, as we said, is good, so it is 28-8. The Bandits now answering the touchdown by the Stars. 8:35. The clock currently stopped in the 2nd quarter. The Bandits having a good time of it right now here at home where they have played very well here in the early part of this 2014 season. 2 home games so far for the Bandits and 2 wins. They're 2-0 here at the Foster Communications Coliseum.
Hurry up, let's go.
They lead here by 20 points. They have forced 2 New Mexico turnovers. They have 6 points off those turnovers. The Bandits have not turned the ball over. They've not lost a couple of fumbles. They've had a couple of fumbles on the ground that they've been able to recover, have their own recovery. 28-8, our score. The Stars trail by 20 points. They are going to receive the kick here. It will be Arteaga, number 99, Arteaga, to do the kicking here. Back deep for the New Mexico Stars, you've got number 7, Daryl Robinson. Here comes the kick. It's a high kick, end over end into the arms of Robinson. He's at the 5, the 10, high side to the 15, and brought down. A nice tackle by number 18, Brian Ingram, on the play. And so the Stars are going to have the football. They're going to start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. So the Stars going to be 35 yards away from the end zone as they begin this drive. If you are a Stars fan, you're going to know your team needs kind of a critical part of this game. Definitely can't lose any more ground. They trail by 20, so they need a touchdown here. They got twin receivers near side. There's McGee in motion high side. No, that's not McGee. That's number 8, Bruno. Roland Bruno. My fault on the call there. A flag flies in anyways. This has been a pretty sloppy game, but a lot of penalties on New Mexico. There's been a couple on the Bandits. Now we have offsetting personal fouls, hands to the face on each team. So they just say replay the down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 again from the New Mexico 15 for the Stars. It's McGlory back to pass, straight back, now going deep for Smith. Almost hooking up with him. It was off of his hands. Probably one that Marcus Smith feels he should have had. He would have had a 35-yard touchdown catch. As it is, it goes incomplete, so brings up 2nd and 10. The Bandits have a 20-point lead as we play in the second quarter. SanAngelo leads New Mexico 28-8. We're halfway through the second quarter, 7:20 and counting on the clock. McGlory back to pass, a man in motion near side. That's Smith. He hooks up with him. Right there, kind of in the middle of the field. It was good for 12 yards. And it brings up a first down for the New Mexico Stars, and they have the football into Bandit territory at the Bandit 23-yard line. They break the huddle this time with twin receivers high side. And this is going to be Tim McGee, or no, that is again Bruno in motion, and they throw high side for McGee. And it goes into the stands, and that means it's a souvenir for a lucky fan. A fan makes a nice play there, catching an incomplete pass from Andrew McGlory. 2nd and 10. Clock runs, fans. Again, even after an incompletion, that is the rules of indoor football. 6:15 and counting on the second quarter clock. 28-8, the Bandits lead. This time Marcus Smith, a full head of steam at the top of your screen. They're going to throw it to Smith, in and out of his hands, incomplete. They were trying to set up just kind of a short route there, kind of an inside route run by Smith. A dropped pass, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. The Bandits lead 28-8. The Stars with a 3rd and 10. The ball set up here on the inside hash, the inside near hash. There's 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Now it's going to be Jerome McGee in motion, a full head of steam at the far side. McGlory back to pass. Going down the field, a one-handed grab by Bruno. Nice play, but again, a flag is going to fly in. And we'll see. We'll get the call here. And it's another illegal defense. Both teams have committed numerous illegal defenses in this first half. That's against the Bandits. That penalty will be declined. The Stars are going to take the result of the play. The nice one-handed catch by Roland Bruno. And the Stars going to have 1st and goal now. They need some points. They trail by 20. But in indoor football, you can make up ground quickly. 5 minutes on the second quarter clock. Here's 1st and goal. That's Bruno in motion. They're looking for him. And that is picked off. That's picked off. It's by number 2, James. DeMarcus James. An interception. The Bandits force the 3rd turnover of the Stars. Again, a flag flies, though. So this might not hold. The Bandits seem to indicate that it's against New Mexico. A great interception, an adjustment made by DeMarcus James. Now it's a long conversation by the guys in the black and white stripes. This could go as the first interception of the night by New Mexico quarterback Andrew McGlory. A long conversation. We could even have a penalty on SanAngelo post-possession where they committed a blocking foul on the interception return. Here's the call.
Result of the play was an interception against SanAngelo. At the end of the whistle, the player landed. Therefore, we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 11 of New Mexico. That penalty will be enforced when the first down.
Okay, the official explained that the interception was good, and then he was tackled. His knee was down. James's knee was down back at the 2-yard line. And so then they ruled that as the play happened, a New Mexico player committed an unsportsmanlike conduct. Interesting that they would rule that after kind of didn't hear a lot of whistles blowing it down, but so that is the call. It was going to be an interception by the Bandits, 1st and 10 from their own 2, but after they had an unsportsmanlike conduct on Marcus Smith, it's a 10-yard penalty. Bandit football, the interception stands. They're looking for Cashmere, and Cash has it. Down the sideline, he is shoved out at the Stars' 17-yard line, but it's a huge gain on that play. It's a gain of 27 yards, and the Bandits wasting little time. They love to hurry up. Here's Luke Collis, quickly under center after the 27-yard pass completion to number 3, Lamons Cashmere. They call him Cash. Clock runs, less than 4:20 to play in the second quarter. This time it's Edwards in motion, near side. They're looking for him, and it's picked off. It's picked off by Robinson. He's at the 15, the 20, up the sideline to the 15 of the Bandits, inside the 10, down inside the 5. And the Stars force the first turnover tonight from the Bandits. They get a pick. An interception by Darryl Robinson. He intercepted that back at his own 5-yard line and returned it all the way to the Bandits' 4-yard line. That's a 41-yard interception return by Darryl Robinson. So the Stars, they were in danger of falling even further behind, but this is kind of a game-changing play. First and goal now from the 4. There's a man in motion. They're going to do a little toss to the left. It's to Brody. He breaks one tackle, but cannot break the second one. Cannot break the grasp of Tim McGee of the Bandits. I think it's going to go as a no gain, a run for no yards there. Keep it second and goal. Maybe even a loss of a yard, but it's second and goal at it's not touching the 5, so have to call it the 4. Second and goal from the Bandit 4-yard line. McGlory under center with 2 receivers near side. A third one, McGee in motion. Back to pass. Looking, and there's a near pick by Austin Benson. He jumped the route. McGlory was looking for Dexter Manley. It's just going to go as a pass defended by the Bandit linebacker Austin Benson. A great break on the football and diving, laying out. Incomplete pass brings up third and goal. We are running out of time here in the first half. We have 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. The Bandits 28, the New Mexico Stars 8. A 28-8 game, but New Mexico with the football. Third and goal from the 5. This time it's McGee in motion. McGlory under pressure, and the pass is batted down. It's incomplete. He was under tremendous pressure from linebacker Rayford. Number 11, Desmond Rayford, making the quarterback hurry that throw. And it brings up a 4th down. 4th and goal now from the 5. I tell you what, the Bandit defense has been very good in this first half. They've produced a couple of goal line stands. Can they get a third? A receiver either side, and you have Jerome McGee in motion at the near side. McGlory back to pass, under pressure. Now going to step up. Now throw intended for Smith, and it's batted away. And that is a turnover on downs. The Bandits hold their 3rd goal line stand of the first half. That time the pass batted away by Quarles. And we're zooming in on the scoreboard. We have 1:35 on the second quarter clock. It's still a 28-8 game. The Bandits lead 28-8. So the Bandits have 95 seconds here before the teams head to the locker room. The clock now runs here, 1:30 to play. And Collis under center. That is Edwards in motion near side. Collis going to buy time, hooks up with Cashmere. Cashmere at the 15, the 20. He makes a move, sheds a tackler. Now going to try to get up to midfield. Going to be tackled short of midfield, but still a nice, about an 18-yard gain. Pass complete from Collis to Cashmere. We're closing in on the 1-minute warning. And we have reached the 1-minute warning, so the clock is going to stop right now with 1 minute to play in the second quarter. The Bandits lead the Stars 28-8. And again, some of the fans going to get onto the turf here at San Angelo's Foster Communications Coliseum, play another game here. The Bandits, they could make this one big here. They currently have a 20-point lead, but of course, they are looking for more here in the last minute of this second quarter. We're now to where normal clock rules are going to apply. That means the clock will stop on incompletions. It will stop if a runner goes out of bounds, if he is shoved up against that padding. the turnover count, and I'm not counting turnover on downs, just fumbles and interceptions. New Mexico has turned the ball over 3 times. The San Angelo Bandits turned it over once. And even though the Stars have 3 turnovers, the Bandits have converted that into just 6 points. Just 6 points off turnovers, but I guess the good part, if you are a Bandit fan, your 1 turnover did not result in any points by the New Mexico Stars. The Bandits, they're wearing their home green uniforms. I know you can see that on your screen as you watch on the America One Sports Network. They've got silver helmets with those green jerseys and black football pants. The Stars wearing their all whites. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 now. Football still in Bandit territory. It's at the San Angelo 23-yard line. So the Bandits are 27 yards away. It's Luke Collis. Collis under center. They're going to have trip receivers far side. That's Cashmere in motion. And a receiver comes free. It's Ingram. And Ingram, a diving catch inside the 15. And the clock going to stop. I think the Bandits going to ask for their first timeout. That is the call, because again the clock would have kept running there. So after the timeout, the clock going to stop. It stopped at 54 seconds. In the second quarter, the Bandits lead 28-8. The Bandits have themselves 4 touchdowns on the night, a couple of touchdown runs, and a couple of touchdown passes from quarterback Luke Collis. The New Mexico Stars have scored their 8 points virtue of a safety, a 2-point safety, and also a touchdown pass from their quarterback McGlory to Marcus Smith. So this timeout was called by San Angelo by their head coach Joe Brannon. They're going to have it in Stars territory at the New Mexico 14. It is going to be a 1st and 10. They're 14 yards away. They're coming out of this timeout. You're going to have receiver Brian Ingram at the high side. Lamons Cashmere, the receiver near side. So a receiver on either side. Now it's Edwards, a full head of steam. He is looking for Edwards, and Edwards falls down in the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. And in the last minute of play in the half, the clock will stop after that incompletion. It stops with 48 seconds on our second quarter clock. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for the San Angelo Bandits. They trying to increase this lead to perhaps 27 or even 28 points. Right now it's a 20-point lead. 48 seconds, 2nd and 10 from the 14. This time it's Edwards in motion high side. A short pass down here to Cashmere. They get some blockers for him. He makes a man miss. He's up against the sideline. He is shoved up against the padding. And so the clock going to stop again, because again it'll stop after you go out of bounds. It stops with 41 seconds. 41 seconds on the clock. 3rd and goal, or no, 3rd and 4, excuse me. The Bandits can convert a first down. They have it at the 8-yard line of New Mexico, 8 yards away here. Collis is under center, 2 receivers, high side, and now here's Cashmere in motion. He's going to be a 3rd receiver at the top. Now oh wow, a great defense by Falls. Number 44, Roosevelt Falls, almost made a one-handed interception. The linebacker does defend that pass. It's incomplete, and the clock is stopped again. And so the Bandits fans, faced with a 4th down, they're going to choose to go for the field goal. This one is going to be spotted, or rather the holder going to be at the 16, so a 26-yard attempt. Here it is. The snap looks good. The kick, it's up. It hits the upright. Does it bank in? It does. It's off the left upright. It's good. The old, the boink, if you will. The deflection off the upright, but still good. Call it a 26-yard field goal by number 99, Arteaga. Arteaga, the kick is just good, off of the upright and good. So there is the score. You see the scoreboard. It's now a 23-point game. SanAngelo 31, New Mexico 8. 31-8. The score, the 26-yard field goal is good. So the Stars are going to have some time, though. They're in 35 seconds. That's a lot of time. I think they have all 3 timeouts. So their defense held the Bandits to a field goal attempt. The 26-yarder was good. So SanAngelo has a 23-point lead with 35 seconds on our clock. On our second quarter clock, it's going to be Arteaga to kick off. You can see it on your screen. This kick is going to travel right to left. It's in the air. Going to be returned here by Bruno from the goal line. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, a seam to the 20, past the midfield stripe, inside the 15. And I think the turf monster actually got him. I'm not sure anyone really tackled him. He lost his footing. A really good return by Roland Bruno. It is going to be a 39-yard kickoff return by Bruno. And so the Stars trailing by 23, but if you're a Stars fan, they could score here, and they're going to receive the second half kickoff. Here's first and 10 rather. They're looking for McGee, and Jerome McGee quickly a touchdown. Just like that, the New Mexico Stars strike for 6 points. That was an 11-yard touchdown pass from McGlory to Jerome McGee. It's 31-14 now, so it was a 23-point lead, but it's down to 17. And the New Mexico Stars going to go for 2 to try to make this a 15-point game. They've got 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. One at the far side is McGee. Now he comes in motion. Now McGlory back to pass. He's got all kinds of time. Now he's under pressure, but he hooks up. That's good. Down the middle of the end zone to Dexter Manley. Number 10, Manley catches that one. And so we have a new score. The Stars strike for 8 points. And our score, the SanAngelo Bandits 31, the New Mexico Stars 16. It's a 15-point lead with 23 seconds to play. Of course, now the Bandits thinking that, heck, that's enough time for them to get down the field here before halftime. So that 11-yard touchdown pass by Andrew McGlory was complete to number 2, Jerome McGee. And it was set up by a nice kickoff return by Bruno, a 39-yard kickoff return. The 2-point pass was complete to number 10, Dexter Manley. So it is going to be the Stars to kick off here. 23 seconds to play on here before halftime. The Stars, as we said, they will receive the second half kickoff. The Bandits won the coin toss and elected to receive. It's going to be Marcus Smith to kick off here. And here we go. The late kickoff in the second quarter goes into the into the stands. A flag flies. It's going to be an illegal kick. It's a souvenir for some lucky fan. It's a kick out of bounds. That's a penalty. It means the ball is placed at the 20-yard line of SanAngelo. So that just took a second. They did tick off 1 second from the clock. It's got 22 seconds on it. The Bandits they're 30 yards away, fans, from trying to strike here right before half. They have it at their own 20. They do have 2 timeouts by my count. They're going to have trip receivers at the top of your screen. Trip receivers far side. Now number 13, Johnny Thomas, a full head of steam in motion near side. Collis back to pass. Looking for Thomas, pass deflected, and it's incomplete. Pass was batted away by number 30, Marcus Allen. It took 4 seconds off the clock. The clock is at 18 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 20. This time I see Thomas and Cashmere. They're twin receivers high side. Now LaJuan Edwards, another one in motion. Collis back to pass. He's looking. He's going to go for Cashmere, and that one across the middle of the field is off of Cashmere's fingertips and incomplete. Again, 4 more seconds tick off the clock. Just 14 seconds left before halftime. 3rd and goal for the Bandits. This is one of those really key parts of the game. Knowing that New Mexico receives the second half kickoff, they could gain some momentum here with a stop. Here comes the 3rd and 10. Collis back to pass, looking for Edwards. Now he's under pressure. He loses it. It's a fumble. And the Stars recover. Aaron Davis, number 90, Davis recovers. The fumble was forced by Roosevelt Falls. Falls gets the sack and the forced fumble. And SanAngelo has turned it over for the second time tonight. 9 seconds, as you can see, on the clock. The Stars, they have time for maybe 2 plays. They could also be thinking about getting a field goal. I'm sure they're going to at least run 1 play towards the end zone. I think they have all timeouts, so the entire field is open here. They trail by 15. Now they're back to pass with McGlory. He's looking across the middle. He's got a man. It's Manley. Manley is out of bounds inside the 10 to stop the clock with 3 seconds. They'll have time for 1 more play. They are choosing, I think, to go for the touchdown, not try for the field goal. So 1 final play. Now they're going to call timeout, it looks like, just to talk it over. This is what they are doing. The Stars asking for time, knowing we have time for just 1 more play. Of course, that's barring a defensive penalty. The game, or the half rather, will not end if the Bandits commit a penalty on the last play. Of course, it's all kinds of strategy playing into this. You do have the thinking that the Stars could choose to get the field goal, knowing that they're going to receive the second half kickoff. They could make it a 31-19 game at half, knowing they'll get the football to start the 3rd. Of course, they're also thinking, heck, we could make this a 1-score game, knowing we're going to get the football back. So coming out of the timeout, 1 final play before halftime. A big play for both sides of this game, both teams. McGlory back to pass, or rather under center. And it's McGee in motion. Now he's back to pass. Now he hooks up. Oh, and it's a nice hit laid in by number 10, Quarles. You heard me say I thought he was going to hook up with Marcus Smith. The pass was almost caught, but then Quarles made sure to lay a big hit on Smith and jar the ball loose. It's incomplete to end our first half of play. And there you see it in your frame. We have reached halftime, and our score, SanAngelo 31, New Mexico 16. So it's a 15-point lead for the Bandits here at the half. We are going to take a break here on the America One Sports Network. We will come back maybe and give you some halftime statistics with the Bandits leading 31-16, but it will just kind of sit there. The picture will stay there, and we'll keep the crowd mic on. Maybe you'll enjoy some of the halftime festivities that the Bandits will put on for the home team. But again, we are taking a break. We're at half here. Matt McGraw, that's me, been delivering you the audio, the play-by-play call here on the America One Sports Network. Again, at the half, SanAngelo leads the New Mexico Stars by 15. It's SanAngelo Bandits 31, New Mexico Stars 16. We'll be back with some halftime statistics. Until then, enjoy the ceremonies here. We will leave the crowd mic on so you can perhaps hear some of the audio of the halftime festivities here in SanAngelo. We'll be back after we take this break here on the America One Sports Network.
Keep going. All right. Jump on your balls. Jump on those bouncy balls. Come on. Here we go. Oh, this could be close. This could be real close. Oh, he's slowing down. Oh, now he's picking back up. No cheat. You got to bounce. Oh, we got a contestant. Another contestant. He's going to be slow and steady. He may win this. Here we go. He's off and rolling again. All right. He's getting close. He's getting close. There's our winner. The Bouncing Bandits race. Better than me. All right. Now, no pressure on this person, but the girl made this last time, so it's time for the H&H Field Goal Challenge. All right, what's your name again, man? All right, I got Kyle out here. All right, I want to hold it for him. All right, which way you kick? All right. Now don't kick me. I'm telling you. I got no. I wasn't ready. You kick me. I have a microphone and I'll embarrass you. I'm just saying. Oh! Just a bit out. Hang on, come here. I'm gonna give you one more try. I think that was my fault. Lisa's crowd, thank you very much. Oh! Hey, give it up for Kyle and the H&H Construction mini field goal kick.
That was still a better chance than Alabama had.
True.
Was that too soon? I got a lot of awes in the audience. I don't think that's too soon at all.
No, I don't think so. All right. The last time we did this one, this was great. This was fun. It's the Hot Air Musical Chairs Hoppin' Chair Race. Now, we're going to set these chairs up here in the center. They're going to get in these toe sacks, and they have to hop around the chairs. When the music stops, you know the drill. You find a chair. We take one chair out every time, and whoever gets in the last chair will be our winner tonight. Get in your sacks. No rush, just get in your sacks. We don't want any injuries. My lovely assistant out here, thank you, Amber. Thank you very much. All right, get in your sacks, guys. You'd think we have women out here or something, you know? Get ready. My goodness. All right, Maestro, if you please.
the chair. Oh, there's our first casualty. All right, everybody stand up. Take a chair away. All right, start hopping. Oh, there's number 2. Oh, no. He's in the chair. I'm sorry, man. You're gone. You're gone. All right, everybody up. Let's move another chair out. All right, start hopping. Up on the chair. Uh-oh. Mr. Lanky, you're gone. Wow, 2 girls and a guy. Here we go. Oh, wow. Good try, though. Good try. All right. This is how it ended last time. Okay. Spencer, hang on just a minute. Hang on. I want to talk to you guys a minute. Now, the last time we did this, the guy won. He got thoroughly booed. He got booed. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Hit it, Spencer. Who's it gonna be? That tells me right there. There's our winner! The musical chairs! Up the musical chairs, thank you! Congratulations.
I'm going to start using that move to pick up a girlfriend. Be the first to sit in the chair and have her absolutely have to sit on my lap. Sounds like a win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, these girls were a big hit last time. Please give them a warm welcome back, Just for Kicks!
Forget
Ladies, hang on a minute. And gentlemen, where's he at? There you go. Great job tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for him one more time. All right. It is now time for the Aqua One Armchair Quarterback Talk. Up for grabs, 2 VIP tickets for our next home game. Oh, Lord. We got to get him a little closer than that. Yeah, that'll work right there. We'll start him right there. What's your name? Christian. All right, Christian, have a seat in the chair. See, at this point, I have to make you comfortable. I have to make you relax. It's just, back here. There you go. Lay on back. No. There you go. Are you relaxed? Are you comfortable? Are you good? Ready to take a nap? Yeah, I am too, but that's beside the point. All right. Are you ready? Give it a whirl. For 2 VIP tickets to the next game. Let's see what kind of arm you got. Get comfortable. Just don't fall out. Whoa! Look at him strut. Look at him strutting. All right.
Talk about your literal armchair quarterback.
Really? Now don't throw your balls in. Hang on to them. Hang on to them. All right, Moses, put that barrel or bucket in the truck. And then you better run like you ain't never run. Hang on a minute. Don't hit me either, by the way. All right. If you got them, let them fly! Hey, whoa, hey. Aim for the ball head. No! I don't have a helmet. It's raining footballs! Ooh, I think I saw one bounce in there.
Reminds me of Mardi Gras.
That's not what I remember about Mardi Gras. If you got them, you better toss them. I'm going to give you just a few more seconds. Ooh. All right. I see you guys. You better start throwing them. You better start throwing them. I'll fix you to go look. You're going to start pegging the military guys, and I don't think you want to be doing that. Last one. Don't hit the lady now. Don't hit the lady. All right. That's it. We'll announce our winners here in just a little bit. Hey now, I was remiss, which means I messed up. Well, I'm good at that. I I forgot a birthday. Uh-oh. Logan Yates is 8 years old. Happy birthday, Logan, and I'm sorry you didn't have it earlier.
Well, I have one too.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I would be remiss, since you were remiss, Mr. Lynn Winkler, it's his birthday today. So, Mr. Winkler, happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday. All right, I have some military guys out here with the ball days, and we're going to do a little dancing to wind up halftime. All right. Hit it, Spencer. Bless you. You have to push the play button. Ooh, that was good. Oh. Well, you don't want me to see. There we go. Nice. Let's see what kind of moves you got, guys. Ladies. Oh, the little ones are out doing y'all. Holy cow. I can't believe the little ones are out doing y'all. Unreal. They're down there discussing this. What you mean?
And we are back, everyone, across the America One Sports Network. This live video with audio at AmericaOneSports.com. My name is Matt McGraw. I am the voice of the SanAngelo Bandits. I am the home broadcaster here, and we are at home, but we do know there's maybe several Stars fans back in New Mexico watching this game. Hope you've enjoyed it. I do present this broadcast. Just call it like I see it. Certainly not home bias too much. But again, hope you're enjoying the action. It is 31-16 at the half, and we're getting ready to start the third quarter. Don't have any official statistics. The stat keepers, we're a bit behind in the feed from what we understand, so we don't have any yardage totals, but we can give you some general statistics, some scoring summaries and whatnot. First off, let's look at the turnovers, the turnover count, and this doesn't count turnover on downs or anything. These are interceptions and fumbles lost. New Mexico has 3 turnovers. They've thrown an interception and lost 2 fumbles. The SanAngelo Bandits have turned the ball over twice in that first half. 1 interception thrown and also 1 lost fumble. Points off turnovers, even though we've had 5 turnovers combined, only the Bandits have 6 points off the turnovers, as both defenses have kind of come up with key stops at certain times in that first half. The Bandits defense especially shutting down the Stars 3 different times inside on goal-to-go situations. The Bandits turned away the Stars. 3 different goal line stands by the Bandits against the New Mexico Stars. The Bandits, they got things going. A 3-yard touchdown run to start things in the first quarter by Austin Benson. The extra point was good, made it 7-0. Then a 1-yard run by the Bandits. Alex Joyner, a 1-yard touchdown run, made it 13-0. A New Mexico safety made it 13-2. Then we had a San Angelo touchdown and 2-point, made it 21-2. Then New Mexico, they scored. The 2-point try, no good, made it 21-8. Then it was 28-8. Then it was 31-8. And then New Mexico scoring right before half to make it 31-16. Here we go. We're back. As you see, the Bandits in green, the Stars in white. That's Falls. Falls returning a short kickoff to start the third quarter. He caught it at his own 20 and returned it to the Bandits' 20. So that's a 10-yard kickoff return. But it was such a short kick that the Stars are going to start their first drive of the second half in Bandit territory. They started at the Bandit 20-yard line. So the Stars are 20 yards away from the end zone. They trail by 2 scores right now. It's a 2-possession game. They could turn this into a thriller if they get things going the right way. Here's Trips, far side. McGlory back to pass. He's got time. He's looking across the field for McGee, but that was shut down by number 4, Devin Johnson. Devin Johnson, a pass defensed there. Good play by Johnson. Johnson, a 5'9", 190-pound defensive back, brings up 2nd and 10 for the Stars. At the Bandit 20, it's McGlory under center. This time it's number 21 in motion. That's Cleveland. They're looking for James Cleveland. Pass is over his head. So a couple of incomplete passes by New Mexico quarterback Andrew McGlory. And it brings up 3rd down. 3rd down and 10. Clock is running even after the incompletion. That, of course, the rules of indoor football that we play here in the LSFL, the Lone Star Football League. So 13:20 on the third quarter clock. That again is, that time it's number 10 in motion, Manley. They throw it far side. It's caught by Dexter Manley for a gain of 12 yards. A nice hookup there between McGlory and Manley, and it's going to be first and goal for New Mexico from the San Angelo 7. So call it a gain of 13 on the pass from the 20 down to the 7. This time a receiver on either side of McGlory. This is number 21, Cleveland, at the bottom of your screen in motion. McGlory, he's under pressure. Flag flies. He hooks up with McGee for a touchdown. But we're going to have to check the penalty flag. Good job by McGlory to hang in there under immense pressure. He even took a hit as he was throwing the football. The New Mexico Stars seem to indicate it's against the Bandits and that the touchdown will stand. The officials, a long conversation right now. We are just underway in the third quarter, fans. This game being played in San Angelo at the Foster Communications Coliseum. Long conversation here. But the flag came out almost as quarterback McGlory was throwing it. Here's the official. We'll listen in. He says no penalty.
That player has been re-engaged with another player and blocked. That is a foul. Therefore, we have unsportsmanlike.
Oh, now we do have.
That 10 yards will be assessed on the try.
I think, and he never pointed to either side. I think it was against the Bandits and unsportsmanlike that will be, or no, it's on New Mexico, and it's going to back it up on the try. So after all that, they say no penalty as the play happened. You watched it happen. McGlory hooking up on a 7-yard touchdown pass with Jerome McGee. And now the officials going over it again, and then as they called it, they said there was unsportsmanlike on New Mexico and that they would enforce a 5-yard penalty on the try, but I think it's a 10-yard. We'll wait again. They're getting reclarification.
Dead ball, personal foul. That foul is
So I think he was saying, and it was unsportsmanlike. I thought it was on the Bandits at first, and they're saying a Bandit player maybe talked some noise afterwards, and so it's going to be enforced on the kickoff for New Mexico. So New Mexico going to get some yards, I believe, on the kickoff, as it was a penalty on the Bandits. So the officials not very clear there. All in all, as we said, it stands as a 7-yard touchdown pass by McGlory. And now New Mexico going to burn their first time out of the second half. So again, it's a very choppy way to start, but certainly if you're a New Mexico Stars fan, they are back in this game. They trailed this game by as much as 23. It was a 23-point deficit at one time. But now it's down to 9, and the Stars are going for 2 to make it a 7-point game. It's trips, receivers near side. McGlory back to pass, under pressure. His pass is batted away, and the 2-point try is no good. He was under pressure by Bandit linebacker number 20, Greg Yeldell. So there you see it. The score in your screen, 12:23 on the third quarter clock. And it's a 9-point game now. SanAngelo Bandits 31, New Mexico Stars 22. So Jerome McGee catching that one for New Mexico, and that is his second touchdown catch of the evening. It's a 9-point game now. That means it's still a 2-possession game. The Bandits lead 31-22, but the Stars did what they needed to do to stay in this game, and that's take the second half kickoff, the third quarter kick, and go down the field and score on their first drive. So now they're going to kick.
All right, it's time to rock and roll. Here we go.
And I think they still have to kick off from the goal line, but if what I think happened, wherever the Bandits return this kick, they're then going to back up 10 yards. But don't hold me to that. The rules here in indoor football are a little tricky, but it will be Marcus Smith to kick. You see it on your screen. It goes right to left, and it's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. That means it's a souvenir for one lucky fan. You see him there. He enjoys. He's going to take that football home. So the kick goes out of bounds. A kick out of bounds. The first time it goes to your own 20. The second time it goes to the 25. And now here it goes. They're going to back it up. Now they enforce. And it was not, they're not going to back it up. It was against New Mexico. So after all that, again, it was not made clear by the officials. But on that touchdown catch, New Mexico was guilty of an unsportsmanlike conduct, a 10-yard penalty. The Bandits chose not to enforce it on the 2-point try, but rather to enforce it after the kickoff. So the Bandits, they got it at the 25. Then the penalty counts to the 15 of New Mexico. Here we go. Collis under center. It's trip receivers near side. He's back to pass. He tries to hook up with Brian Ingram, but it hits the turf for an incomplete pass. So this is nice field position for the SanAngelo Bandits. They start this drive 15 yards from the end zone, but now it is 2nd and 10 after that incompletion by quarterback Luke Collis. Number 6, Collis, is under center again. He's got twin receivers near side. Now Cashmere in motion at the far side of the screen. They're going to pass down here to Edwards. Edwards catches it, at about the 10-yard line, squirts down to the 8. It's a 7-yard pass and catch. They're going to spot it at the 9 now, so make it a 6-yard gain. We'll call it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 from the New Mexico 9-yard line. The Bandits break the huddle. They send 2 receivers this time to the top of your screen, far side, and now a flag flies even before the snap. Illegal defense, the call against number 44, Roosevelt Falls. Again, he was a linebacker, and he was probably in motion. Once the quarterback gets under the center, the defense must not move. Those are rules of indoor football, and so we've seen this illegal defense called several times tonight on both sides. Brings up it's an automatic first down. That's why it's key. So it's a 1st and goal now. The Bandits get a first down on a penalty. 1st and goal from the 4. Collis is under center. It's Cashmere, full head of steam, in motion at the far side, and now another flag flies. And this time the Bandits did not snap the ball before the play clock hit 0, a delay of game against the Bandits. So back it up 5. It backs it up from the 4-yard line back to the 9. 1st and goal from the 9. Our clock is running here, 10:27 in the 3rd quarter. Collis under center again. Now Cashmere in motion high side. He's looking for Cashmere in the middle of the field. Now Collis scrambles, hooks up with Ingram. It's caught, but we have another penalty, and it's against the Bandits, so the touchdown is nullified. The touchdown nullified by a holding penalty. A big penalty and a costly one if you're a Bandit fan, as it takes away a touchdown, and it backs it up from the 9 back to the 19-yard line. It's still a 1st and goal, but now 19 yards away on a 1st and goal. The Bandits a receiver either side this time of Luke Collis. Now that is Lawan Edwards, the man in motion. Collis back to pass, looking for Edwards on a post route. Ew, he's over the padding. Wow, a dangerous play. Luckily, Lawan Edwards is fine. The fans even clapping at that one. That was just an awesome attempt by Edwards at a diving touchdown catch. Going to set up a 2nd and goal. Even though it's at the 19, this is not 2nd and 10. This is 2nd and goal. The Bandits 19 yards away. Again, a receiver either side. Ingram, far side. It's Cashmere, near side. Now Edwards in motion. Collis looking for Edwards. That's picked. That is picked by Gaddis, Cameron Gaddis. Then returning it to the 17, but again a flag. And here comes the call. And another illegal defense called against the Stars. And what's worse is, if you're a Star fan, it's an automatic first down. First down for the Bandits. Now it's back to a 1st and 10. So we have seen a bunch of illegal defenses. Mainly they've been called on the Stars, just a couple called on the Bandits. Don't know the exact count, but I'd be willing to wager 8, maybe 9 different illegal defense penalties called against the Stars. This time, here's a pass in the shotgun or rather it was a snap in the shotgun to Collis, and he passes down here to his tight end, Eric Davis. That was an interesting formation in indoor football. You don't always see the shotgun with the quarterback back there. but he hooked up with Eric Davis for right there at a 10-yard gain, and it's good enough for a first down, first and goal now. So this has been a very weird drive for the Bandits. All started by them starting at the 15 after a New Mexico penalty, but now we've had several different calls on both sides. Here we go, first and goal from the 4. Collis, inside handoff to Benson. Benson trying to make his way towards the end zone, going to be just short of the goal line. It's going to be a gain of, call it a gain of 3 yards from the 4 down to the 1. So a 3-yard gain, a run. It was an inside handoff from quarterback Luke Collis to Austin Benson. Second and goal from the 1. This third quarter moving quickly here. 7:20 on the clock. It's Collis under center. He's going to try the QB sneak. He's pushing for the goal line, and he has it. He has it. A touchdown for the SanAngelo Bandits. A 1-yard touchdown run, a QB sneak by number 6. That's the quarterback, Luke Collis. It's 37-22 now, a 15-point lead. The Bandits going to try for 1 to make it a 16-point game. It's Arteaga, the snap. A bit high, but it's down. The kick doesn't look good. It is not. It's wide right. Arteaga misses that one. The kick is no good, wide right. And so our new score, as you see it there in your frame, it's a 15-point game again. It was 15 at half, still 15 at SanAngelo, 37, New Mexico 22. Just over 7 minutes on our third quarter clock. So the Bandits do answer the touchdown that the Stars got to start our third quarter. The Stars went for 2 and missed. The Bandits tried to kick an extra point, but they also missed. And so both teams have gotten 6, and that's why we're still at a 15-point game. The Bandits led by 15 at the half. They still have that 15-point lead. There is another game going on in this league, the Lone Star Football League. It is in Odessa. Rio Grande Valley is at the West Texas Wildcatters. I was trying to check on a score. Did find one score, but it's probably early and it's probably different. But I'll give you the one score I know. It was 10-0 at the end of the first quarter, and Rio Grande Valley had the lead. So Rio Grande Valley 10-0 over the Wildcatters at the start of the second quarter. We'll try to check and see if we can give you an update of that score. Again, they're doing the old tug of war, sort of, but with the bungee. This game is about 2 hours old now, as we are in the third quarter. And getting ready now for the kickoff here by the Bandits. You see them on your screen there in green. The home green by the SanAngelo Bandits. The Wildcatters in the road whites. It will be number 99, Arteaga, to kick this one off. Here's the kick. It's kind of a low line drive kick. It's fielded by Bruno. Bruno at the 15, 20, past midfield, down to the 24-yard line. So call that one a 16-yard kickoff return by number 8, Roland Bruno. And New Mexico going to start their drive here already in Bandit territory. They start it 1st and 10 from the Bandit 24. So they're going to start it 24 yards from the end zone. It's a 15-point ball game. 37-22, the Bandits lead the Stars. McGlory, he's under center. That's McGee in motion. They're going near side, intended for Manley, but the pass off of his fingertips, and it falls incomplete. Providing some coverage was number 2, that's DeMarcus James. Brings up 2nd and 10. Clock runs right now. We are approaching the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. The Stars break the huddle, and they go with 2 receivers this time, far side, and 1 near side, but now it's number 11, Smith. He's the man in motion, stays far side. They're looking for McGee, pass caught, but tackled immediately by Quarles. Demetrius Quarles shoving McGee up against the padding means he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 yards. Going to set up a 3rd and 6. Clock runs at 5.5 minutes in the third. 2 receivers near side, and now here comes Jerome McGee in motion. He's also going to be near side. Trips. Now McGlory back to pass, looking and hooking up with Manley. Manley the catch at the 10, and he is tackled right there. But that's good for a first down. On 3rd and 6, they hook up for 10 yards. McGlory, a 10-yard pass to Dexter Manley, and we've got ourselves a 1st and goal again. 1st and goal for New Mexico at the 10-yard line. They have a receiver either side right now, and you do have McGee. He's going to be in motion, and he's going to be going high side. And McGlory, the snap. He's back to pass, looking for McGee. It's batted away by number 20, Greg Yeldell. Yeldell, they call him GY. GY batted that one down at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd and goal. This game being streamed live video with audio on America1Sports.com. Providing the play-by-play, fans, my name is Matt McGraw. Matt McGraw, glad you're with me. 2nd and goal. That is this time Smith in motion. McGlory, he's going to scramble for it. The 10, the 5, down to the 2. A big hit laid at his feet by James. DeMarcus James takes down the quarterback, but not before he gains, let's call it 8, an 8-yard run, a scramble by Andrew McGlory, gonna bring it to a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from the Bandit 2-yard line. You see where they've spotted it. They've spotted it here down at the bottom of your screen. The Stars have 2 receivers high side. Now at 3rd is McGee in motion. And the snap is bobbled. And McGlory recovers it.
4th down.
But it brings up 4th down, as you might have heard the SanAngelo public address announcer yell out in our crowd, Mike. So we got a 4th and goal. Looks like it's more at the 3-yard line, not at the 2. 4th and goal from the 3. Clock ticks under 3 minutes in the third quarter. It's a 15-point lead. 4th and goal. McGlory back to pass. He's looking for McGee. Now he's under pressure. Now he passes towards McGee, but it is no good. Incomplete. And this has been the story of this game, is the Bandit defense in goal line situations. That is now 4 times that the Bandits have stopped the Stars in goal-to-go situations. Call it 4 goal line stands by the SanAngelo Bandit defense. So you see it right there. The score stays the same. A 15-point game. SanAngelo 37, New Mexico 22. And there's 2:42 on the third quarter clock. There has been combined 5 turnovers by the teams. And again, we're not counting turnover on downs, but we're counting lost fumbles and interceptions. 3 turnovers given away by New Mexico, 2 turnovers on the Bandits. So it's 37-22. That's actually somewhat low scoring for this point of the game, but defense has kind of been the name of tonight's game. The Bandits, those 4 goal line stands. The Stars, their D has shown up several different times. See what the Bandits can do up by 15. It's SanAngelo 37, New Mexico 22. And the Bandits going to start 47 yards away from the end zone. They start deep in their own territory at their own 3-yard line. Number 6, that is Luke Collis. Collis under center. That's Ingram in motion high side. He's looking to the inside man. It's caught but hit immediately by number 7, Darrell Robinson, the tackle for New Mexico. It was complete to LaJuan Edwards. Went from the 3 to the, where are they going to spot this? The 7, so call it a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. The Bandits still well back in their territory. They're 43 yards away from the end zone at their own 7. This time, 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. They're going towards Edwards. It's in and out of his hands. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. Clock is running right now, fans. 1:50. 1 minute and 50 seconds on our 3rd quarter clock. And this is a big play here because you cannot punt. No punting in indoor football on 4th down. You either have to go for it or attempt a big field goal. This is 3rd. Collis, he's going to step up into the pocket. Throw up high side, complete to Cashmere. Cash catching it at the 25, makes a man miss down to the 20. And Cash is fired up, getting the crowd going. That was a completion. For 23 yards, a 23-yard pass and catch from Collis to number 3, Lamons Cashmere. 1st down for the Bandits, now into New Mexico territory at the New Mexico 20. This time it's Ingram in motion at the bottom of your screen. Now Collis under pressure and is brought down. Quarterback sack by number 90, Aaron Davis. Davis with the sack goes for a loss of 1. Make it 2nd and 11. We have the clock currently stopped for an injured New Mexico player. It's number 32, J.T. Cleveland, but the good news, it appears Cleveland is going to be just fine. He goes to the sideline. Now they wind the clock, and it's almost into the 3rd quarter, so this 3rd quarter has moved quickly here. Less than 30 seconds to play in the 3rd. The Bandits getting ready. They're going to have to hurry. The play clock less than 10 seconds. Collis under center. This is Ingram in motion. There's the snap. Collis back to pass, looking for Ingram. Throws it towards the end zone. A nice breakup on the pass, but a flag once again on the field. Some laundry. And we've got that illegal defense going to be called against New Mexico. Now we might have an injured New Mexico star player who broke up that pass, Darrell Robinson. Made a great play on the ball. Certainly hope he's okay. And I'm not sure it is Robinson, but as I look across, I do not see number 7 standing. Or there's a Bandit player. It was Ingram, but he is actually going to be okay. Oh, and Robinson was down there as well. They're both going to be fine. Good to see both Brian Ingram and Darrell Robinson shaking it off, walking back to the sideline. Here comes the ref with this delayed call. He's saying it's another illegal defense against the New Mexico Stars that results in an automatic first down. It's now at the Star 16-yard line. The Bandits with the football. It's Collis back to pass. He's looking for Thomas. He lobs it towards Thomas, but runs out of room at the bottom of your screen going to the near side end zone. It's incomplete. The buzzer sounds, and we have reached the end of the third quarter. There you see the screen the score in your screen. At the end of the third quarter, it's a 15-point game. Our score, SanAngelo 37, New Mexico 22. Not a lot of scoring in that third quarter. Each team scoring 6 points. A 7-yard touchdown pass by New Mexico's Andrew McGlory got the third quarter scoring going. It went to Jerome McGee. 2-point try was no good. At the time, it made the game as close as it had been since pretty much the game started. It brought it down to a 9-point spread at 31-22, but the Bandits did answer with a drive that culminated in a QB sneak, a 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Luke Collis. Their PAT try, the kick was no good, so again, they both score 6, so that 9-point lead went back to 15. That is where we are right now. The largest lead tonight has been a 23-point lead by the Bandits. At one point, they led this ball game 31-8. So since it was 31-8, New Mexico has outscored the Bandits 14-6. To cut that 23-point lead down to where we are right now, 15. It's a 15-point spread as we get ready for the fourth and final quarter. SanAngelo Bandits are 2-1 on this young season. The New Mexico Stars 1-2. It is Collis. He's under center. A 2nd and 10 from the 16. This is Edwards in motion, and they're going to toss it out to Cash. Lamons Cashmere takes it inside the 10 down to the 9. So a 7-yard gain on that one. Again, that was a quick hitter. Just a really quick toss from Collis to Lamons Cashmere. Brings up a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, call it from the New Mexico 9-yard line. That was the first play of the fourth quarter, so we are underway. The clock is running here in the fourth. The Bandits lead 37-22. Collis, again, a quick shovel to Cashmere. There's some blocks for him. He's going to make his way to the end zone at the near side, except now we have a flag. It's against the Bandits. It's an illegal formation. The ref's mic has not been very good, but it was on Jeremiah Turner. I think they said he was illegally in the backfield, that he was coming across in motion but did not get past the offensive lineman there. That, of course, is a penalty. You can only have your fullback and your quarterback in the backfield in indoor football. So that's going to take away a touchdown. The second time the Bandits have had a touchdown nullified by penalty. It backs it up from 3rd and 4, now to 3rd and 9. It's from the 15. This is Thomas in motion at the bottom of your screen. They're going to go to Edwards. He catches it down to the 10, down inside the 10, but he's short of the first down. And it's going to bring up an interesting call for Bandit head coach Joe Brannon. 4th and let's call it 3. 4th and 3 from the New Mexico 9. The line to gain is the 6. Looks like the Bandits are going to go for it on 4th down, leading by 15 points. We're into the fourth quarter. It's SanAngelo 37, New Mexico 22. Collis under center. Edward, and there's a hard count. Flags fly. They toss it to Kashmir. He alters directions, and he was eaten up for a loss, but we'll have to see. Do we have an offside?
Penalty flag on the play.
Here comes the call.
Offside. Defense number 32. 5-yard penalty.
They do have an offside. That is huge. A huge play. If you're a Bandit fan, just a horrible penalty if you're a New Mexico Star fan. The Bandits get a first down by penalty. On the offsides, they get the yards needed for the first, so it's 1st and goal now. It was 4th and 3, but offsides, and now it's 1st and goal from the 4. So 4 yards away, Collis going to be under center. This is Lawan Edwards in motion to the far side of the field. They're going to do an inside toss to Turner, but he is stuffed by number 32, J.T. Cleveland. Jamming up that run, and that is a loss. Tackled behind the line was Jeremiah Turner. A loss of 3 yards on that play. Goes from the 4 back to the 7. Do have an injured New Mexico Star player, as you can see there on your screen here, as this game being streamed live on the America One Sports Network. 12:32 on our fourth quarter clock. So we're 2.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. You see it there, SanAngelo 37, New Mexico 22. If SanAngelo can punch this one in and go up by 3 possessions, they're going to make it really tough on the Stars, as we're down to the last quarter of play.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for SanAngelo from the New Mexico 7. Clock is in motion again at 12:15. Collis under center. That's Edwards in motion. They're going now to Kashmir. He catches it at the 4 and is bottled up from there, except now flags fly. We might have a face mask on this play.
Some more Spencer Fleming penalty flags.
At least Kashmir motions that his face mask was grabbed. Wait for the call from the men in stripes.
Face mask, number 20 on the defense.
And that is the call. A face mask against number 20, Cameron Gaddis. Gaddis guilty there of the face mask. And it's an automatic first down, and it only takes it down to the 3-yard line, but it is a new set of downs. 1st and goal now. The Bandits, they could go for an inside handoff. They do to Turner. He breaks one man. He's pushing for the end zone. He has it. He breaks the plane. A strong run by number 7, Jeremiah Turner. Let's call it a 3-yard touchdown run. 3-yard run by Turner, and it's 43-22. That's a 21-point lead for the SanAngelo Bandits. And they're going to go for 1. This is Art Artiaga to try to make it a 22-point game. Here's the snap, a bit high, but it's down, the kick up, and this time it's right down the middle. It splits the upright. The PAT is good. And our new score, that was a big score by the Bandits. You see it there. It's a 22-point game. SanAngelo 44, New Mexico 22. 11:34 on our fourth quarter clock. So the Bandits now extend their lead by 3 possessions, making it tough on New Mexico, but there's still some time, and of course that last minute can take about 10 minutes to play. But New Mexico kind of in the mode now. They've They're in must-score mode. They have to score every time they touch the ball, and now they need the call on their defense to at least get a stop or two, trailing by 3 possessions. There you see, we are at the Foster Communications Coliseum. It's the home Coliseum for the SanAngelo Bandits. They have enjoyed having 3 of their first 4 games here in SanAngelo because they've won their first 2 at home, trying to stay undefeated at home. Their SanAngelo Bandits are 2-1, a 2-1 record. The 1 loss came on the road. The 2 wins have been here in SanAngelo, so they're trying to go to 3-0 at home. They're set to kick this one away. Back deep for the Stars is number 7, Daryl Robinson. Here comes the kick. You see it. There's a low line drive. It's bouncing into the hands of Robinson at the 10, the 15. He's to the 20, makes a man miss up to the 23, and now another flag flying in. This has been a game marred by penalties. This time the official motioning that we might have holding on New Mexico. A hold during the kickoff return. We'll wait for the official call here.
During the return, hold it, number 20, receiving team. At the distance from the goal on the 15-yard line.
They call holding on number 20 of New Mexico, Cameron Gaddis, guilty of the hold. And it's going to back it up after a 10-yard spot foul. Let's call it the New Mexico 8. The 8-yard line. The Stars are 42 yards away. It's McGlory under center. He's back to pass. He's looking down the middle. That pass is deflected. Back to McGlory. That's an unusual play. It was batted away by number 20, Greg Yeldell. We've seen him get his hands on several passes. Yeldell bats that one up in the air. It's into the hands of McGlory, so McGlory completes the pass to himself. But it'd been better if it went to the turf because he loses on the play. He loses yardage. Now they've got to set the chains. The chains are not right now. Let's see. So now they're set, and it was at the 8, so now it's back to the 3. So we call it a completion, but for a -5, a loss of 5. Going to bring up a 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15 for the New Mexico Stars. They trail by 22 points. This time that's McGee in motion, but they go here to Smith, Marcus Smith at the near side of the field. And again, more yellow flags on the field. It's been almost after every play. The Bandits acting like it's against New Mexico. Here's the call.
Tripping. 75 on the offense.
Tripping. They call tripping on number 75 of New Mexico. That's Levi Horn. Levi Horn getting called for the trip. It's just a half the distance to the goal foul, so it's going to back it, I don't know, call it maybe at the 2. So New Mexico way back in there, but McGlory, a quick pass to McGee, and a big hit laid in, but McGee has New Mexico some breathing room. It does not go for a first down, but it makes it a 3rd and manageable after that completion. We're going to call it 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the New Mexico 9-yard line. The clock moves, fans. New Mexico going to have to hurry here. Our clock is at 9:40 in the 4th quarter. New Mexico's McGlory under center. He's back to pass. He's looking for McGee. He's looking for him deep, and just underthrown on a really deep ball from McGlory to Jerome McGee. But it now brings up 4th down, and there is no punting in indoor football. So the Stars, I'm sure they're not going to try a deep field goal. They are going to go for this. They're going to go for it on 4th down, a 4th and 8. The clock ticks under 9 minutes to play. SanAngelo leads 44-22. It's a 22-point spread. Jerome McGee, a full head of steam in motion. McGlory back to pass, steps up, looking for Bruno. It's caught, and I think Bruno has just enough yards for a much-needed, a clutch play there. New Mexico converts on 4th down. They needed 8, they get 9. A 9-yard pass and catch. Except now they're backing it up. I thought he easily had it. Now they're gonna now I'm not so sure. Now they're gonna have to measure this. This is an interesting, I think, to my eye, he was ahead of the sticks, but he did not get a good spot on this at all. I was willing to say he got a gain of 9, but at most it's going to be a gain of 8. They need to gain the 17, and that's where it is. It's close. Here comes the stretch of the chain, and it's a couple inches short. It's a couple inches short. The Bandits have stopped the New Mexico Stars. There's the New Mexico coach, kind of even voicing his displeasure. I really think that was a poor spot, a spot that works in favor of the home team. SanAngelo Bandits turn New Mexico over on downs, and we have reached a media timeout. 8:20 on our 4th quarter clock. SanAngelo has a 22-point lead, and they have the football. It's looking like the Bandits are going to keep the home field advantage here. They're now about to move to 3-0 and in SanAngelo here at home.
All right. What you got to do is you got to take those chips and you got to put them on a cookie, run back and get another one, okay? So you get them all gone.
We are in an official media timeout. My name, fans, Matt McGraw. Matt McGraw bringing you the play-by-play action. I am the voice this year, the 2014 voice of the SanAngelo Bandits. But here at home, I'm happy to be on the B2 broadcast, the live video here on America One Sports. SanAngelo does not put their home games on SanAngelo Radio, but we do put them during the road. So the road contest, you'll be hearing my voice on the America One Sports Network, but also on 1260 KKSA AM here in SanAngelo. But bringing you the audio to pair with your video on AmericaOneSports.com. So the Bandits can really salt this one away if they get one more here, make it a 4-possession game. Right now it's 44-22, and we don't have a lot of time left in the ball game. 8:20, 8 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Game ends. We will talk a little bit about what lies ahead, mainly for the Bandits, as they are going to take to the road next week. We'll talk a little bit about that. Probably not going to have any official statistics for you. The stat keeper's a bit behind here at the game in SanAngelo. Here's the first play, and it's a toss out to Kashmir. And Cash going to head to the bottom of the screen, make some yards on this play. Going to make a 6-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. The Bandits going with their hurry-up offense. They're at the 12. Collis back to pass. He's looking for Ingram. He is sacked, though. Flag flies in again. Are they going to call this horse collar? Looked like he was sacked by number 30, Marcus Allen. And we'll have to await the call on this one. The flags have definitely been against New Mexico for the most part. Let's see what this call is. It's a holding against SanAngelo, though. They'll decline that, and they'll take the QB sack. And so makes it third down after that quarterback sack at the 15 of New Mexico. The Bandits have the football 15 yards away. They go with trip receivers far side. Collis back to pass, looking, finds an open Cash. Cashmere to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, SanAngelo Bandits. A 15-yard touchdown pass. 15-yard pass from Luke Collis to number 3, Lamons Cashmere, makes it 50-22 as you see a 28-point spread. The Bandits looking to make it 29 with the extra point. It's kind of a low snap, but the kick is up, and this time it's off the upright and no good. It hit the left upright. Earlier we saw a field goal kind of bank in off that upright. This time the kick is no good, so there is your score. You see it right there. With 7:20 to play in the fourth quarter, it's a 28-point lead now. It's SanAngelo 50, New Mexico 22. That was a 15-yard touchdown pass from Collis to number 3, Lamons Cashmere. They call him Cash here in SanAngelo, and he was certainly money on that play. As we said, the PAT hit the upright and was no good. So we got ourselves a 28-point ball game. But that is a 4-possession game, of course. We're now to 4 touchdowns exactly as far as 4 7-point touchdowns. So New Mexico, they are in a big hole here. They're on the road in SanAngelo, trailing by 28 points here late. We're in the fourth quarter now. It's going to be SanAngelo to kick off. That's number 99, Art Arteaga. And the kick, it's kind of a line drive into the hands of Falls. Falls at the 20 to midfield. A big hit laid. A combo there by number 20, Greg Yeldell, and number 4, Devin Johnson. But Roosevelt Falls gets it up to the midfield stripe, so they're going to spot it at the 25. So right at midfield, New Mexico going to be 25 yards away from the end zone. They got to get going, and they got to get going in a hurry. The clock is running right now. It's less than 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. McGlory under center. This is Jerome McGee in motion, full head of steam. He's under pressure, McGlory is, and he just gets the pass away. Looked like coming in was number 7 on a blitz. That was Jeremiah Turner. Pass was incomplete. Second down and 10. Again, we're at midfield. Less than 6.5 minutes to play. Clock not stopping right now, even after that incompletion. This time you got twin receivers at the high side of the field, and this is number 10, Manley, in motion at the near side. And they're looking for him on a post, and he catches it inside the 5. And is shoved out of bounds, but not before McGlory. Andrew McGlory hooks up with him for a 22-yard pass and catch. So after that 22-yard completion, it's down to the 3. This has actually been trouble spot for New Mexico, as SanAngelo has produced 4 goal line stands in this game. It's first and goal from the 3. This time it's Manley in motion high side. They're going to try QB keeper, and McGlory maybe gets a yard before he's wrapped up by Jeremiah Turner and Greg Yeldell. They are going to say he does gain positive yardage, a 1-yard run. Maybe. I guess you'd have to call that at the 2. It's not touching the 3. So a 1-yard run down to the 2, second and goal from the 2. 5 minutes in this ball game. This time McGlory, he's looking, that's for Smith. He can't find him. Now he's going to scramble, and now he takes a hit but gets rid of it. Nice play, but it's incomplete. McGlory is a load to bring down sometimes. But now it's third and goal, and the clock runs. Less than 4:45 to play in the fourth quarter. The Bandits with a big lead right now. It's a 28-point lead. SanAngelo 50, New Mexico 22. By the time this one will be snapped, it'll be less than 4:25 on the clock. McGlory this time is going to have trip receivers far side. He's back to pass. Looking for somebody over the middle. It's Smith. Is that caught? It is. It's a touchdown, New Mexico Stars. A 2-yard touchdown pass from McGlory to Marcus Smith. So they hook up again. They've hooked up several times for touchdowns tonight. That's a 2-yard pass, as we said. Makes it a 22-point game, and the Stars going to elect to go for 2, try to make it a 20-point game. Is a 2-point try. McGlory again with receivers all at the high side. Back to pass. Looking. Now a receiver comes open. But it's off his fingertips. And the 2-point try is no good. So it is down to a 3-possession game. There you see the score, 3:55 to play in the fourth quarter. SanAngelo 50, New Mexico 28. So a 22-point spread after New Mexico quarterback McGlory hooked up with Marcus Smith on that one. That's the second touchdown catch of the evening for Marcus Smith. He joins Jerome McGee. Jerome McGee also has 2 touchdown catches for the Stars, but the Bandits, they have played pretty well tonight, all things considered, in their home field. Their defense with those 4 goal line stands, that 4 different times in this game, New Mexico had goal-to-go scenarios and came away with no points. The Bandits fans, as you see here, they've got a lot of players getting ready. That's kind of their hands team. They expect an onside kick from New Mexico. So New Mexico trying to get the ball back here. The ball has to travel 10 yards, just like in other forms of football. Here comes the kick. And it does go with a squib kick, but it's down the field. It's into the hands of Quarles. Quarles at the 20, makes one man miss. I think he gets it to midfield. He does. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bandits from right at the 25-yard line. And so the clock stopped right now, but there the official gives the motion for it to go. And SanAngelo going to be in no hurry here, as by the time they snap it, it'll be less than 3.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. It's Luke Collis. Collis is under center, number 6. That's Thomas in motion at the high side. Collis back to pass. Looking for Thomas. The pass incomplete. And it bounces off the turf and up into the stands, and that means that's another souvenir for a home fan here in SanAngelo. And the clock running even after the incompletion. We're not yet to the last minute of play, so it's going to tick under 3 minutes in the ball game. The Bandits up 22 points It's SanAngelo 50, New Mexico 28. Collis with 3 receivers high side, and that's Thomas in motion. Collis back to pass. Looking, has time. Now he's going to throw it deep. There's a man. Touchdown, SanAngelo. It's Lawan Edwards. Lawan Edwards with a great move, but talk about a beautiful ball. That pass was right on the money from Luke Collis. A 25-yard bomb. A touchdown pass from Collis to Lawan Edwards. And it's back to a 28-point lead. The Bandits going to go for 1 to try to make it 29. It's Arteaga on to attempt the extra point. The snap good, the kick is up. That one is no good though, wide to the left. And so we got ourselves still a 28-point game. There you see it, not much time on the clock. 2:17 on the fourth quarter clock. The Bandits lead by 28. SanAngelo 56, New Mexico 28. Just a great ball, though. I'm kind of in awe of that ball by Luke Collis. Collis now on his night, just touchdown passes. He has 4 touchdown passes by Luke Collis. He's actually got 5 touchdowns that he's accounted for. He has a 1-yard touchdown run. So 4 touchdown passes, 1 touchdown run for SanAngelo Bandit quarterback Luke Collis. He also has thrown 1 interception to go along with those 4 touchdown passes. But that was just a pretty play, and he hooked up with number 1, Lawan Edwards of SanAngelo. SanAngelo trying to salt this one away. They will have to give the ball back, though, to New Mexico. Looks like a lot of the fans starting to get up, but some of them sticking around. They're having a good time here tonight, being entertained by this indoor football action. There's the kick that flies out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty, a kick out of bounds by SanAngelo's Arteaga, but he does give a fan another souvenir. But a kick out of bounds means you get to have the ball at your own 20, so that is where New Mexico going to start this drive. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. That means they are 30 yards from pay dirt. But the ref signals the clock to start, and so by the time this snap occurs, will be less than 2 minutes to play in the game. It's McGlory still out there, the QB for the Stars. He's back to pass. He's looking, looks like he's looking for McGee. He's got him, and just out of his fingertips. Got to give credit to Devin Johnson. Number 4 had really good, tight coverage on that pass. And an incompletion, but still above a minute to play, so clock gonna run. The Bandits are gonna win this game, fans. They are gonna finish 3-1, if you will, finish the first quarter of the season. It's a 12-game season, the first third of the season. Here comes the play. McGlory back to pass. He's looking for Smith. Smith almost makes an acrobatic one-handed catch, but it's incomplete. And we are coming up on the 1-minute warning. And there the clock will stop here. You see it right there. We have hit the 1-minute warning in this game. SanAngelo 56, New Mexico 28. So apologize if I said we were about to finish a quarter of the season. Actually, it's a third of the season. The Bandits are playing their 4th of 12 games tonight, so they'll have 4 games in the books, and they'll have 8 games still to play, but the Bandits will improve to 3-1 on this 2014 season. 3 wins, 1 loss, and they've created a little bit of separation. We kind of touched on that when we got our broadcast going, that New Mexico just a game back when this game started, just a game back in the standings. But now after this result, New Mexico going to be 1-3. So Bandits going to be 2 games up on New Mexico in the standings. 3-1 Bandits, 1-3 New Mexico Stars. Again, stick around in our broadcast. We'll even touch on it right now. We're not going to have any official statistics for you, but we did note some of the things that have been happening. Luke Collis, the QB for the Bandits, 4 touchdown passes to just 1 interception. The Bandits will take their team on the road next week, next Saturday. That is April 19th. The Bandits travel to Odessa. They're going to go and play on the road against the West Texas Wildcatters. And here we go, the Stars on 3rd down and 10. They complete it to Manley, but a flag is down, fans. But Manley going to keep this play going. He's breaking tackles, dragging Bandit players with him. Now he's ruled down inside the 10-yard line. We'll wait for the call here.
Prior to the snap, legal defense, 92 getting out of the stance. Penalties declined.
They called illegal defense against the Bandits, but that penalty is declined. They said that a Bandit defensive lineman was not in a stance, not in a 3-point stance, and that is illegal defense. Against number 92, that's Tim McGee. So 1st and goal from the 5. Clock is running right now, fans. It's down to 30 seconds to play. This is McGlory. He's back to pass. He's looking for Manley. Now he's going to scramble. Makes a guy miss. Pump fake. Now going for the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico. Hey, you've got to like that, no matter if I'm the home announcer for SanAngelo or not. I tip my hat. New Mexico not giving up by any means. Great effort shown by number 12, Andrew McGlory, selling out for the end zone. Call it a 5-yard touchdown run. A touchdown run by number 12, Andrew McGlory. Makes it a 22-point game, but this is going to be a Bandit win. They're going to go for 2. The Stars are. McGlory, he's back to pass. Again, the kind of opens up for him. He's going for the end zone on the 2. This time the umpire, the official, says he was down before he extended the football. So the 2-point try is no good. We do have a new score. The touchdown was a little cosmetic, but it does change our score. It's now SanAngelo 56, New Mexico 34. That is a 22-point spread. Just 23 seconds on the 4th quarter clock, as you see it right there. Probably the Bandits going to have to do one more onside kick and then snap the ball perhaps one time to make this game official. We do remind you that we will have the action for you next week as well, right here if you want to watch the game at AmericaOneSports.com on the America One Sports Network. The Bandits, that again is next Saturday. They are on the road against the West Texas Wildcatters. That game will come to you live from Odessa, Texas, 7:05, and that's, of course, Central Time. I know some of you could be watching in different time zones, but 7:05 Central Time. Next Saturday, the Bandits being on the road. That game will also be broadcast on SanAngelo Radio, 1260 on the AM dial, KKSA. 7:05 kickoff. Matt McGraw, it's been my pleasure bringing you this ball game tonight. Not much left in this one, 23 seconds before the Bandits get a win. There's the onside kick. Yeldell recovers it, and he is down inside the 10. Clock currently stopped with 20 seconds to play in the ball game. I think that means one snap is needed by the Bandits. Maybe not even that if they wind the clock. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think the clock is... No, they're not. They're going to make them. They're going to make them snap it one time. The clock will not run right now. 20 seconds in the fourth. The Bandits going to have two receivers at the far side of the screen, one receiver near side. That's Lamont Cashmere. Now Cash, he's going to receive the toss, and he's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. Now the clock stops right now. I think New Mexico might have taken a timeout. They did. They called their second timeout of the game. So they're going to play this one out. I said of the game, actually of the half. You get 3 timeouts per half. So they have one left. New Mexico does. 14 seconds. We got 14 seconds left. There's an inside handoff to Turner. Turner is, I think, shoved out of bounds. Clock is ticking, though, down to 5, down to 4. And here's the last few seconds. And there's the crowd. I'll let you hear them.
Once again, fans, you're welcome.
The crowd making some noise there. The SanAngelo Bandits stay undefeated here at home, here at the Foster Communications Coliseum in SanAngelo. They win tonight. Final score is the SanAngelo Bandits 56, the New Mexico Stars 34. You see it right there, 56-34, our final, a 22-point win for the Bandits. They are now 3-1 on this season. They are 4 games into a 12-game schedule, and they're 3-1. The New Mexico Stars going to fall to 1-3 tonight. As we said, we will be back next week with more SanAngelo Bandit football. That a road game. The Bandits going to try to pick up their first win of the season on the road, as they're 3-0 at home, but just 1-0 on the road here, or rather on this young season. So again, that's a 7:05 kickoff on that one. And that'll be from Odessa, Texas. So we'll have that action for you. Again, that game going to be on both the America One Sports Network and also on SanAngelo Radio 1260 KKSA. I hope everyone has a good rest of their weekend. It was a win by the Bandits. The final score again from SanAngelo. The Bandits 56, the New Mexico Stars 34. Matt McGraw, that was me. My pleasure to bring you this broadcast here on the America One Sports Network. You were listening to SanAngelo Bandits football, listening and, of course, watching it at AmericaOneSports.com. Have a great weekend, everyone. Good night from SanAngelo.